people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
I thank the Lord for my many blessings. Though I'm stressing, keep a vest for protection from the barrel of a Smith & Wesson. And all my niggas in the pen, here we go again. Ain't nothing separating us but my Mac 10. Born in the ghetto as a hustler.
Raindrops on my window pane don't stop. I was on my way to the top. Another nigga locked down, another nigga locked down. I can count on my fingers how many of my niggas still around.
I'm doing time now, and we all know me getting hit won't a surprise now. But y'all was down to be my niggas, let me find out. That it was only call them up when we gon' ride out. But that judge got me looking like a wide out. Hands out, eyes to the sky, time out. Flag on the plate. These proceedings drag on for another day. But rather me, I would have it no other way. I'm a savage, adapted when it come to pain. And I had a lot to lose, but I ain't had a lot to gain. You done nothing in this fucking world could've stopped this train. And I guess there won't enough to change. When I thought I could count on niggas I trust the most, that's when niggas acting different, started getting ghosts. That's when bitches started tripping, started ripping notes. Whatever memories you had, try and stick to those. They ain't even wait for sentencing these vicious hoes. But that's just how malicious goes. Niggas talk to my BM, say they didn't know. On trial and they didn't show. I figured out what thuggin' be and what's underneath. This war till it's real and they come in peace. And I don't need y'all niggas, motherfucker, I'm from the beach. Go when they come out real, that's enough for me. Nigga, these
raindrops on my window pane don't stop. I was on my way to the top. Another nigga locked down, another nigga locked down. I can count on my fingers how many of my niggas still around.
I'm talking crazy bread. I was getting money, nigga, and my baby's fed. I just sit and think of things that I may regret. Thinking you a real nigga, nah, I ain't upset. And I can't object. It's my fault for not seeing a threat. See that everything I ever needed left. I got nothing, that was time for me to buckle down. Life's a bitch that I don't fuck around. And I seen quote real niggas forget where the fuck you are, never deal with you. But when you was coming up, man, they chill with you. Shit, and not near one still with you. And that's some shit. Not near nigga, near bitch. Got a girl that I met in here, and that's it. Get a raindrops on my window, that's sick. It's about as bad as bad gets. Never saw my life as this. All these backstabbers, all these hypocrites. All these cars parked from all these dealerships. But fuck Rob, I ain't gon' give that nigga shit. He don't deserve shit, he don't deserve nothing. Fuck that he bought me a car when he was hustling. Fuck that he gave me a home when I was struggling. And he ain't never told on nobody, but that don't mean nothing.
On my window pane don't stop. I was on my way to the top. Another nigga locked down, another nigga locked down. I can count on my fingers how many of my niggas still around.
Oh man, what's happening, y'all? Oh man, these lights is hot. Man, welcome to another episode of Tell It Like It Is, where we do just that. We tell it like it is. I don't know, man. I really didn't have much to go off of today. I didn't have a set topic. I just figured we'd do an open discussion Anything that come to head, we'd talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Free for all, freestyle, basically, more or less. Current events, whatever's going on in personal life, questions, answers, advice, whatever. Hey, your show ain't shit, you know, whatever. We talk about it. Oh, damn. Who is this? Oh,
It's me.
what is this? What you know good, no good.
Chilling.
Okay. What you got on your mind, man?
Honestly, right now, get the people in here see if they can drum up something.
Ah, shoot, man. It's gonna be quiet. It ain't number two viewers. Two viewers and short notice. I will say it that way, short notice, because I didn't really have nothing planned topic wise. So I just kind of said, all right, well, we'll talk. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, I gotta rehydrate. Shoot. Lips all chapped in hell. Shoot, man.
Well,
What was that? What was that? You were saying something about we was talking earlier. You said something about Michael Jordan. What was going on with that situation?
it was a video that's going around of him, like, I guess, like, just like playing with the driver's son, like, just like tugging at his shirt.
Okay. Have you seen the video yourself? Uh-oh. And so we lost. Ah, okay. Here it is right here. It says Michael Jordan criticized for interaction with the child at Daytona 500. I ain't seen the video. I don't know nothing about it. I'm about to we about to watch it together, I guess. So, because I don't know nothing about it. 50 posted it on Instagram. All right, cool. Oh yeah. I'm pulling it up right now. Give me what you man. You already know how it go. I don't miss a beat. We get to talk about certain topics, man. Hold on 1 second. Casey Mo. I said Casey Mo. My bad, Mo Casey. All right, there you go. Check your inbox, man. Check your inbox. Check your messenger. Let me see what's going on over here. Give me un momento, por favor. Yeah, that part. Parao. All right, so I got the video queued up. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this in. Give me 1 second.
My apologies, people. My laptop died.
Sound personal. All right, give me 1 second, man. I got it pulled up.
On the video?
Yeah. Mo KC, man, you already on deck. All you gotta do is check your messenger. All right, so I got this here. Let me see what's going on one time for the one time. All right, let's see. Where'd it go? Right there. All right. So, all right, there we go. All right. So let me see if I can zoom in on this joint, man, so we can get a full good look at this joint. There we go. Everybody can see that? Is it clear to you in 3D? All right, man. So let's see what's going on with this video, because I know nothing about this.
Not quite 4K, but
Hey, man. Uh-oh, hold on 1 second. All right, so ain't no sound. All right, hold on. Let's try that one more time. It happened so fast. I'm like, all right, what's going on? By the time I realized what I was looking at, it was over with. All right, so pulling at his shirt here. He scratched at his leg. Okay, so I'm gonna try that one more time. That's interesting. And this is Michael Jordan, we said?
Yeah, that's Michael Jordan.
As in like Michael Jeffrey Jordan, played for the Bulls, retired with the Wizards.
Number 23.
Okay. Well,
Mr. $150 shoes.
The way it looked like it's Mr. 45. Yeah, so you see it here. Now, mind you, I don't know if this is the whole video. There's no audio on this, but from what I'm seeing, he definitely has some. He definitely needs to explain that or clean it up. Like, what were you doing? Because, like I said, it looks like he's pulling at his shirt, but it looks like he has something up under his shirt. But then from the angle, it looks like he's tapping at his leg. But then I see the Jordan on it, so I don't know if he's talking. I don't know. I'm not making any excuses for what I see. I don't know what's going on here. It just visual wise, yeah, it's suspect. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm gonna say it's questionable. Like, hey, look, you got some explaining. What are you doing?
So I think if he would have clearly you can tell that, so that's his driver's son.
Okay.
So they're at a NASCAR event, and I'm assuming that the driver is sponsored by Jordan.
Fair enough.
And not to the driver's son. I think if he would have took a hold of the shirt and like tugged it, you know what I mean? Like he was tugging at it. I feel like that would look a lot better than how he was kind of doing it.
Fair enough. Here's the problem with that though. How it looks is a perception thing. We how many times have you seen something? We all know about Transformers. More than meets the eye. So I'm not making any excuses for Mr. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, but in the same aspect, the thing about it is he knows what's being what's being said out here right now. So he needs to get with his PR team ASAP pronto, like yesterday, and he needs to I don't want to say clean it up, but he needs to give an explanation as to what was going on, because our perceptions say he looked like he on some slick shit. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, okay, well, let's go consult this Epstein list. You know what I'm saying? But, and I don't want to put that jacket on him, but the thing about it is with everybody looking at the celebrities and all this type of stuff, all like that, and then with that being said, with every celebrity up under the eye of scrutiny right now, you know better. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you got to be on your P's and Q's about everything. You know what I'm saying? So if that's not what you own, and we already know people going to draw their own conclusions, you know, to each their own, you need to say, hey, look, no, that's not what that was about. Hey, I apologize for, you ain't got to apologize, but hey, I know this is how it looks, but that's not what that was. No pun intended, but it was an inside joke between me and the driver's son, or Eric, or whatever the boy's name is, or whatever, and this is what it was. You know what I'm saying? You need to say something. Comment on the floor says, Lori says, excuse me. The problem is people feel too comfortable approaching celebrities. Seeing them every day gives you a sense of familiarity. Correct. People have to realize this person doesn't know you at all. You could be a kook or trying to hurt them. Yeah, you could be. Hurt them, extort them. The problem with that, truth be told, we call them celebrities. We pedestalize regular people and say, oh, they're better than us, they're greater than us, and that's where the issue lies. You know what I'm saying? You put them on God status, when in all actuality they're regular human beings with a job, and they just get paid ridiculous amounts. Jamie says, I mean, it could have been taken out of context, and that's true. That's why I said he needs to give his PR team and say, hey, listen, I know how this looks. I didn't realize it looked like that because I'm seeing it in 3D. You guys are seeing it from a camera angle. I know how this looks. That wasn't the intent. Let me clarify or explain what the situation of what was going on. Let me bring some clarity to the subject of the situation. Lori says, you need more context. That video isn't clear. Correct. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you on that one. Jamie says, there could have been a B under the shirt that they cut the video before that part came out. That's true too. Like I said, it's too many things there. Oh, she said she made her first comment before the video. Cool. Appreciate the clarity. Excuse me. Mo KC, man. Like I said, you're more than welcome, man. Link is in your I was gonna say link is in your bio. Link is in your in your messenger whenever you feel comfortable or whatever you need to do. I know you press for time and all that stuff. Excuse me. But yeah, that's an interesting thing, man. I was unaware of that. I'm still hearing about this Diddy thing and all this type of craziness. I don't understand, truth be told, like it's news because of who it is. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's like, oh, because it's, as Lori said, it's a celebrity. I'm not exactly starstruck, never have been. I've met my handful of in my day, bumped elbows with some, still close with a lot. So at the end of the day, I've seen them in their vulnerable states. I realize that they are regular people just like myself. I don't really get, it's Michael, like I've actually met him and all that. A spoonful of honey. Yes. A spoonful of honey attracts a lot of, how's the adage say? A spoonful of honey attracts more flies. Excuse me. Those all raspy and itchy and stuff right now. Kids. Yeah, man. So let me ask you this, right? So how do you feel about this Epstein list, man?
I really don't know. I will say that there are a lot of supposed people on there, and if you're a conspiracy theorist, I know you've heard of conspiracy theories about these people ordering kids and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
The only people who know the truth are those people. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, well,
I feel like there's video footage, stuff like that. Then
right.
Back these allegations, that's one thing.
You talking about like the Pizzagate situation time period?
Right. Yep.
All right. Yeah.
I did see something interesting though, and I've seen it from multiple. I've seen it on multiple platforms.
Okay.
And I think the one thing that I will say that I've seen is the fact that they said that Michael Jackson has a picture with Epstein. And at the time, I think he was like something with him like buying a house off of him or something where like there was some kind of business transaction with a home.
All right.
And they said that Michael Jackson listened to a lot of his songs he knew what was going on, and that he literally made Neverland Ranch to protect these children. Now, that's true. I haven't seen that a lot lately. I have seen a lot of celebrities saying this,
right?
That are, close to him. They're starting to put out interviews of like these supposed kids that, were molested or whatever by Michael Jackson, saying he never did anything to me.
Absolutely. A lot of those are old. Correct.
And these aren't just like regular kids. These are, your Macaulay Culkins, your Aaron Carters, like these are
right.
Celebrities. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's a couple regular ones too. So it just sucks that, the man been dead for 17 years, and now y'all want to believe him when he was saying.
Right. Yeah, I feel you on that one.
Okay, so also, I'm seeing so from what you see from the Jordan video, they had just celebrated a victory. What they're saying is, one of the articles is saying that they did the celebratory like wine and ice and stuff, and somebody poured ice down the kid's shirt, and Michael Jordan was trying to get it out of his shirt. Whether or not that's the true narrative, I don't know. Like you said, he definitely needs to get together with his PR team and address the situation. And I do feel like because of this Epstein list has a lot of people on edge towards celebrities. So like, right now all these celebrities are under a magnifying glass and under a microscope because of said list.
Right. Absolutely. What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
What's up, fellas? Hey, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Yes, sir. What is your take on this Epstein list, man?
Or the Jordan video. Like, what is your
let's go in order. Let's go back to this Jordan video.
What's the gentleman's name that's with us?
Oh, Richard.
Richard.
Yeah.
Richard. Okay. Yes. I'm Duke. Again, thanks for having me. So I just heard the tail end of a little bit of what Richard was just saying. I actually agree with that. The little bit that I was able to gather, I would agree with that, especially in today's climate and dealing with these celebrities. It's not the right time to be seeing this type of behavior, or not even behavior, just these type of gestures that we're witnessing on camera. Now, with that said, what is also true is that everything is actually amplified now because of the climate that we're in. So we got to be careful what we look at, and we can look at almost anything now and then point to it and say, hey, that's kind of suspect.
Right.
But and regardless of whether we've seen Michael Jordan get caught up with any type of scandalous behavior in the past or not, some people are able to hide these habits better than others. Some of them who may be billionaires might be used to it, and they've been doing it and getting away with it for so long, subconsciously they don't know that it's even bad or it's a bad look, but the average person can see the behavior and be like, man, that's some suspect stuff right there.
Right.
So with this, like you said, he should get with his PR team. And like, that's not out of all things that we see Michael Jordan stay away from, we get to catch him in this act right here.
Right. Exactly.
We get to see a glimpse of this,
Right.
So I saw the video before I even knew that you was going to be, going live tonight. I actually saw what 50 Cent. He said, "What you doing, Mike?" He responded in such nature, and he posted the video. So I saw him kind of like first it went from like scratching him on his back, or like he was kind of tickling, and then it went down to look like he was kind of pinching him on his cheek, on the left side of the kid's cheek. It looks like he was kind of scratching it or kind of like pinching it. So somebody mentioned ICE. I don't know whether this is true or not. We don't know what the circumstance is. As far as we're concerned, that can be one of his best friend's children. You won't know that until till people start talking about it more, and then people will be made to look foolish later. I
Well,
hope
what it
that
is
this
that
is the case.
it's his driver's son.
Oh,
He owns that company.
Exactly.
And the driver who of course, Michael Jordan owns it. That's a driver, and they won. That was their victory celebration. That's his son. That's the driver's son. And
I'm gonna go on the record and say that I think I'm actually comfortable moving past this than what the general public is making of it,
Right.
because it's a family member or a close friend of his. I don't think I mean, in this climate, that's all the more reason why. At some point people got to be themselves too.
Right.
He's probably like his kid is probably like a little
okay,
like his own
so
son.
let me ask you this, Mr. Duke. Do
Yes,
you
sir.
think it would be a little bit different if he wasn't a celebrity?
Absolutely.
If he was just Joe Schmo on the street from Youngstown, Ohio?
Well, let's put it into this perspective, and I'll answer it like this. Let's say that it's somebody from the and it's somebody from the backyard, from the hood, and we don't know who they are. If you put them under the same exact circumstance, this kid that this Joe Smo from the is grabbing on, just like, I know that was pretty dope. Just
No,
like
it's
what we just
bars.
witnessed with just like what we just witnessed with Michael Jordan, and he did that same exact gesture, and it turned out that they're best friends or friends with the father, and he's used to playing with the kid like that. Um, I'm going to go on the record and say it's highly probable that they're just good friends and they get along in a family fashion like that, and he feels like they're comfortable. It's like if I did that to my own child, my 7-year-old or my 10, 11-year-old daughter, and I'm playing around with her in public, it's easy to see a gray faced beard man touching on a little girl and say, man, what the look? And then social media is like, oh, look, look at this guy.
So
Look. And
That's
then they
exactly
post
what
it
I
up.
said earlier to you about my daughter.
It's funny you said that because this is one of my best friends, and I look to him as like a big brother figure. Like, me and my sibling, I'm the oldest. So when I met him, I come to him for a lot of guidance and stuff because he's a little bit older than me. When I came to his house today, the first thing his daughter did was gave me a huge hug because that's my niece. But what if we were at the park and someone see me just tickling her or something?
Mhm.
Like like he said, you could take anything and make it look suspicious, you know what I mean, or take stuff out of context. Like it's just like I said, like you said, the climate we're in now, you just kind of got to be careful what you do.
And it's sad.
So yeah, I would agree to that, but at the same time, we have to find the line between normal behavior versus abnormal behavior. If I don't think that we should get into okay, so here's what I don't want to do is start changing the behavior of genuine love and affection between family. I'm not going to sit up there and tell a man how the hell he's supposed to be loving to his sons and daughters.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, there's no person on the planet who would be willing to die for that child other than that father or that mother. So I'm not going to sit up there because I'm freaked out about, I'm feeling some type of way because the climate that we're in. And this is not to say that the climate, I'm not giving a pass whatsoever, ever. I think people should be burned to the stake who mess with children. So, but with that said, I don't want to be the one to sit up there and police people's behavior and love and affection in their household, especially if it's done out of true love and innocence.
Absolutely.
Right. But
I mean,
I know a couple of my male friends who have daughters, like babies, that they won't change.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
You know what I mean?
They don't want to be accused And we're talking about, like you said, fathers that don't want to change their daughters at newborns because, oh, for God's sake,
or change them
that's
or bathe
crazy.
them to where it's left on the mother to do the changing and the bathing because it's people.
It's the world that we live in.
Take stuff and they blow it out of proportion, and I feel like they project a lot of their own trauma on the people.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing that people do is okay. So the Michael Jordan thing that was on national TV, but I feel like the first thing people do is they go to social media. Immediately go to social media, and then a lot of times you're not getting the full story of whatever this is. You're getting a little snippet of it, like there's no context. So now you're just going based off of this, and you're running with it. People are just running with it.
Let me ask this: Was Michael Jordan ever on that Epstein list? I don't know.
I don't know. I've seen multiple variations of the list. I have not seen the official list yet.
As long as I've been hearing about the list and the glimpse of that the list that I was able to get from it, I've never heard his name on it whatsoever yet. Right. I haven't heard his name. I was just trying to connect those dots together with that, just to say, okay, perhaps. But I'm not even going to entertain that because I think, and we can never know what a person is truly about if you don't know them personally. But I'm willing to go on the record and say that because he knows that he's on camera, I don't think he's foolish enough to do that, express his behavior and play around with a child on national TV and in front of millions of people around the world. So with that said, I think that I can rule that as just true affection for his friend, his closest friend that he have in his circle. Because Michael Jordan don't trust too many people.
That's a fact.
So I'm going to go on the record and say that was just some simple love and affection that he was showing from somebody in his circle, their children.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And I'm prepared to move past that conversation until something else pops up that is that can compound that suspicion.
Let me get some of these comments real quick. So Lori says it's in black and white. This is we're past that, but it's in black and white. Why America is protecting all these people in other countries or ousting people is unbelievable.
I don't understand that. Can you read that again?
It's in reference to the Epstein list.
Okay.
It's in black and white. Why America is protecting all these people and other countries are ousting people is unbelievable. So in reference, we have the list. Why are they dragging ass to put it out? You know what I'm saying? It's an open and shut case, more or less.
I like that. I like that question. But here's how I would answer it. I truly believe that this rabbit hole is so bad and so deep that to expose what is really going on in the darkness,
it will crumble this government.
Would bring this nation to its knees. And I think we would go on such a rebel that our enemy nations would see the weak spots in us if we're not unified as Americans. And I think that it's that dangerous to the point where the enemy could come and infiltrate and do harm, real genuine harm to this nation. And we can't afford that. So therefore, I think that there has to be a strategic way of weeding out these demons. I don't think we want to do this on a global scale, so that our enemies can have ammunition to use against us later. I think this could turn the world against us. I don't think we want to be in that position right now.
Because nobody wants to see nobody wants to be, because we're viewed as such great country, but yet and still a lot of people that are on the list, there's a lot of world leaders that's on, you know what I'm saying?
And it's not even so much about America. You're right.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's like global.
Okay, right. It's just like, oh my gosh. So now it's like, okay, so they are human or they are flawed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of other countries see us as for lack of a better way of saying it, they see us as perfect. You know what I'm saying? This is why they
Yeah.
flock. You know what I'm saying? In droves. Not to say that we're not good. You know what I'm saying? We do have a lot of situations or a lot of conditions that are better than a lot of these other countries. So, but the thing about it is there's nothing that's perfect. You know what I'm saying? But we don't show that. You know what I'm saying? They don't see that. And like you
I
said,
think
for
Buckingham Palace.
mm-hmm.
I think Buckingham Palace is involved. I think the Vatican is involved, and I
Yes,
think that this great nation is involved, and I think that the key players that are behind those masks, eyes wide shut.
yes, yes,
I
yes, yes.
think that I think that when I say that it'll destroy, it's going to collapse this nation. I think you'll see the American people rebel to the point where it could lead into civil war because
Oh,
we've been betrayed. You know,
absolutely,
it can
absolutely.
lead to civil war because to find out this now you don't trust anybody. Guess what's going to happen? The average American is never going to heed um, or respect law enforcement. You think that you see this stuff
Absolutely.
going on with ICE,
Right.
which I actually agree. I actually support ICE, by the way, and
Okay.
I agree with their methodology of how they're handling the streets. It's
Okay.
the loose cannons of the liberal-minded left-wing media who's conditioned their cronies and use MK Ultra mind control tactics so that they can take to the streets and rebel. All they're doing, all the ICE agents are actually doing, is what's already on the books lawfully. They're trying to execute what is supposed to happen. They're trying to weed out those who are not supposed to be here in the first place.
Okay.
But they play on the heartstrings when they see little glimpses of, or little clips, and they tell them to go out there and stand in the way. You're impeding an officer
Okay.
while he's trying to do a lawful act.
Okay.
So
But
that's going to
so
come with the territory. They're gonna match. Actually, they're going to match. They're not even going to match. They're going to topple the amount of force necessary to be used to subdue someone. So if you're out there, for example, and we kind of like jump tracks here.
we
If I'm
did.
the law enforcement, if I'm the ICE agent, and I'm out there and I'm trying to execute a lawful arrest on
Mhm.
someone who's not supposed to be here, then I'm having to deal with the emotional content of people who are trying to impede my investigation or impede my arrest. They're going to get in the way. At some point, uh, they're going to be arrested. So I'm going to start to uh, react to them and detain them. And once I do that, the anger is already so built up, they're going
Okay.
to fight back. And the moment you fight back, now I'm going to meet you there. I'm going to
Okay.
throw you on the ground. I'm going to do what I have to do to handcuff you.
Which is
I've
fine.
handcuffed people before.
Right. Which
But
is
the unfortunate thing that we're seeing is, you know, we're divided. You know, we
right.
are a divided country. And one thing that the mainstream media does really well is they play on the heartstrings and
Okay.
get one side of the country riled up to what we're seeing right now. So now you got the protesting and you got the even kids, high school students are running out to the streets talking about, F ICE and this and that other.
Right.
I've seen it firsthand out here in Texas even. I think that the children are victims and they're being taken advantage of because they really don't understand what's really going on. They're just going off of the emotionals of what they've of video clips of what they've been able to see. Yeah, it looks bad, and I wish that this stuff wasn't happening right now in our country, but it is. We're
It,
witnessing the byproduct of a failed previous administration that had our borders busted wide open
mhm.
and allowed for illegals to flood into to this nation and get in front of everybody else, you know, that was doing it right. So
So let me
I was in, go ahead.
ask you this, right? Um, when it comes to, I call them civil military. When it comes to the police department, right? What is the tier system of the police departments? And
What
what
is
I
the
mean,
tier?
yes.
What
So
is
what
the tier system? As in like if you have like the FBI, the CIA, the
well,
regular
let's start from the
police
ground.
department.
Yeah, let's start from the ground bottom and work our way up to ICE.
Okay.
All right. So
You got
go ahead.
you have DOD.
Okay.
You have DHS.
Okay.
You have CIA.
Okay.
You have FBI.
Correct.
You have now then you start going into the military.
Okay.
So you have, the four branches of military, plus you have Delta, which is the cream
Right.
of the crop,
Mm-hmm.
the
Right.
most
Right.
scariest thing on the planet.
Agreed. For those who don't
So
know, they're you're now
what
you're talking like your Navy SEALs, your Rangers and such, the elite teams, correct?
yeah, but
For those,
what are we looking for the sake of this?
so let's work our way. All right, so local police department.
Say it again.
All right, so work your way down to the local police department. Did you catch me?
Yeah.
All right,
The local police department, you just have your basic local police departments per city. You have
all
your
right.
sheriff, you have your deputies, you have your rangers.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that's pretty much it.
Your marshals, yeah, your marshals or your rangers,
Yeah,
correct?
marshals,
So,
marshals,
so,
rangers.
so once you get out of once you get out once you get out of the once you get out of the I like to call it this, like I said, the civil military. Once you get out of there, where do you go? What goes above them?
Are you talking who can make the lawful call, whether it's Congress or
Talking
or,
about,
or
I'm talking
I
about.
don't understand your question.
All right, so you got your local police, you got your state boys, okay. You got your sheriffs, you have your marshals, then your rangers, or do I got that backwards?
Mm-hmm.
Is it
Okay.
marshals and the rangers? All right, the marshals and the rangers. Then who's above them?
Are we talking ranks?
Not so much
If
ranks. Now you're talking about lieutenant, captain, sergeant, and all that. We're talking about as far
so
as,
you're talking about as far as jurisdiction?
yeah, basically, yes.
Oh, okay. So then in this case then it would be you got your Coast Guard, then you have your
Your four
uh
branches.
yeah, that's when it starts to go into like for example when they send someone out whenever there's martial law, for example, if there was a
Right.
martial law, they would send out the not the Coast Guard, but the
National Guard.
National Guard. Yeah. So
Correct.
the National Guard. So after you've gotten past those levels
Mm-hmm.
of law enforcement, once you got past the FBI, the CIA, ICE, then it's the National Guard.
Okay, so the reason why I'm asking is there's a reason why I'm asking, and I wasn't trying to backdoor you. A lot of us understand, and this is why the react that behind what that still hear me?
We
Yes.
can hear you. Getting no visual.
All right, give me 1 second. So the reason why this is the reason why you're getting the reaction when ICE is doing what they're doing is because a lot of people do not understand that there is a tier system here, and they don't know in which in the position of where ICE falls in, and also because they don't understand of what position they fall in, they don't, as far as jurisdiction, they don't know what their job description is. We'll say it that way.
I can tell you right now, it's very simple.
Well, please explain it to them. There's a reason why I'm asking. There's a reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. You'll see in a minute.
I got you now. So what's happening here is you have the governors per state, they are the voice of the law enforcement. They're the ones who pretty much say what goes in the town, the
Right.
governor, and they're the ones who call the shots as to how the streets are to be policed, and everything is supposed to be just. But what's been happening is, I'll wait till you get in.
I'm here. I just can't. I'm trying to get this doggone visual back. Go ahead.
What's been happening is from state to state, city to city, throughout this country, everything's been politicized.
Correct.
And there's a rebellion happening between the Democratic Party in accordance to how, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
There's a rebellion that's been happening, and it's a plot against Trump. Basically, the president of the United States, he ran on the ticket of cleaning the country up from illegals.
Okay.
He hasn't done no different than what previous presidents done, but they don't want to see him win at nothing.
Okay.
All the things that he has done that would be actually deemed good hasn't even been a light shined on it. We know this when they sat in the Congress, and when he actually did things that should have been applauded for, the whole Black Caucus, the Democrat Party, they couldn't even stand when he did things to save lives, when he did real good things. There's a video that shows it. I can't really remember what it was, but it was something so good. And they panned over to the Democrat Party, and everybody was sitting down in one accord. And I think that this type of thing is horrible for our country. But fast forward to this, there's a rebellion going on. And I think regardless of who is in the presidency, we got a real crisis going on in this country as it relates to illegal immigration. Now, being able to work firsthand for immigration with the USCIS, I was able to see exactly how illegal immigrants or illegal aliens come in and take advantage of this nation. Whether it's anchor babies, where the women are coming in undocumented and they get pregnant right away, and then their next court hearing weighs on the judge as to how he's going to determine her fate, because now you have an American baby that's rooted into the soil.
Right.
So that's one of the ways they take advantage. Another way, it affects the Black community because they're benefiting off of things that we're still trying to fight to get. So now you see more Black Americans step up and say, no, we don't want you stepping in front of our people to benefit off of this land of things that we're still trying to get for our children and for our people who are homeless or unemployed. So my question would be this to the viewers and to whoever would see this. Why on earth would we, not just as Americans in general or in its entirety, but Black people, you see Black people fighting wholeheartedly, tooth and nail, for illegal immigrants to come in here and benefit.
Right.
When we have a system that does it the right way. I sit up there and watch people get sweared in by the thousands, man, throughout the week. You know, sometimes it's, well, I should say every other week. It's like we get thousands, you know. I forgot what it was, like Tuesdays and Thursdays, you know. They process many. I see people come in and they wave their flag. These people are Americans now because they did it the right way. And I'm talking about all ethnic groups. Right. They did it the right way. We respect that. That's all we want to see. But when you open up the gates wide and nobody's vetted, now that's a security issue.
Okay.
Especially if the enemy knows that this is going on. You know, how many people that infiltrated, you know, sleeper cells that's now grounding it into this into America. You don't know who's who because no one's been vetted. It's like a big welcome. You got sanctuary cities throughout the United States of America, and strategically set up in predominantly black areas, like I mentioned before, predominantly black areas throughout the United States of America, sanctuary cities or a safe haven for illegals to come migrate there in the inner cities. Why? Because the Democrats knew that they were losing the black vote. So now, when you strategically have this happen, the idea is to have a mass amnesty with the illegals so they can then vote. Now you got the new black face because they know the numbers. A Democrat president can't get in without 20% of the black vote.
Okay, so
and they lost it.
So you said that you say the illegals know the numbers?
No, the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party only the Democrat Party is the party who set up sanctuary cities and anchor babies. Okay, they set up catch and release.
Okay.
Right. They set up the sanctuary cities.
All right.
And they set up what is known as anchor babies. In other words, they set up the stage so that they can know the loophole in the system. Hence the reason why you see Donald Trump saying, okay, I'm going to start looking at people that's getting married to foreigners and that's coming in and the ladies are getting pregnant. And I could tell you, man, we counted at least like 300, 400 a day. They were processing these people.
So let me ask you a question, right? You mentioned that he ran on what was the ticket you said? I'm sorry.
Basically, more or less, his whole spiel was, "I'm going to get rid of illegal aliens."
Okay, perfect.
You know, not supposed to be here legally; they're gone.
Okay, and also on releasing the files.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the question that so for now before I put this out there, so please explain for those who are watching who may not know, what is an anchor baby?
So an anchor baby is anyone who is not any non-American citizen that comes in from a foreign land, foreign country. They come over, they're either already pregnant or they then get pregnant when they get here.
Okay.
For the sake of anyone born into this soil is naturally an American citizen.
Okay.
So they're taking advantage of the system in this nature where the illegals will come over, illegal women. The women will come in from different countries. They get pregnant. And throughout their court hearing, because the court is a lengthy process, they do the court, they process them, then they give them another date. 6 months down the line, 8 months down, another year or 2 years next. The reason why they space it out like that is because they're constantly processing other people and it's hard to expedite. So they're kind of like fitting them into schedule according to other hundreds of thousands of people who might already be on the court. And we can only handle so much at a time. So they kind of like fit into the date as they will. By the time they come back to court, they didn't had, they baby about to be 2 years old.
Okay. So question.
And it weighs heavy on the judge.
Okay. So there's a comment. I'm not saying that doesn't, and that's part of the problem is in the court system, there's a lot of emotional bullshit instead of just sticking to what's legal. So there's a comment that says like Trump's wife's anchor baby. I don't know anything about this. Can you speak on that? Anything about that? I don't know. So
I'm having to squint. Okay, so that's Lori.
Wife. Yes, Lori.
Yes. Lori, thanks for the comment. But no, not like it doesn't work that way. The reason why it doesn't work that way is very simple. She went through the USCIS immigration process the right way. She became a citizen. She was a green card holder while she was still a model. Even though, despite the fact that people can go in and say, well, she was her degenerate lifestyle beforehand, she was already on the path of citizenship. When they had Barron, Donald Trump was already married to her. So that's even more reason to call him your fellow citizen American. If we can take away the emotional content and the the feelings out of this and just look at things from a logical perspective, I think that we'll start to find middle ground, and we will actually agree more than not. Let me give you an example of why this is not good for us. A while back in New York City, during the Biden administration, they shut down a public school so that they can house illegal children or children from illegals. And then the American students then had to go and stay at home and and get on the computers and do the schooling from their laptops, which then caused a big burden on the mothers and fathers who take advantage of when their children go to school so they can then go to work. They now had to come home so they can be with a lot of the kids because they were minors and they couldn't be at home by themselves. So these type of things affect us. They do affect us.
So who are they affecting though? Are they affecting us or are they affecting the political parties?
Well, they're affecting us because the ones that's suffering is the parents that is expected to go to do their hard work, working a 9 to 5. They then had to stay home with their children to help them school. So in other words, let's look at it. Let's look at the elementary schools, for example.
Okay, I'm with you.
They had to stay home now, and they couldn't go to their public schools because they needed the space to house the illegal immigrants.
Okay, I follow.
This is not a good look for the American people, especially if we're already struggling in the school system as it is. And
Right.
I would strongly advise that this should not be a good practice, should not be a practice whatsoever. But yet it happened. It
Right,
happened.
and
It,
I'm not disputing that it didn't. Here's
right.
here's my contention, right? So the problem, and I know it sounds like it's just like when I say this is going to sound like okay, well that sounds like an easy solution in black and white, but it's not that simple. But the thing about this is the country is referred to as the United States, but clearly, as you've mentioned earlier in the podcast, this is a very divided nation. The issue lying is that they say left wing, right wing. Okay, but it's the same bird. And that's where the
Yeah.
problem lies is okay, you can't agree, then you can't move forward. You know what I'm saying? How do you have a division, but you're steady moving forward on this topic, moving them forward? We already know the easiest tactic, well, not the easiest, I'm sorry, the most well-known tactic in war is divide and conquer.
Mhm.
Already in every situation is always divided. And this is where the so let's say that the Democrats, you said they have the sanctuary cities. So I'm not saying that they're sneaking the illegals in, but they're harboring them, right? This is what you're saying. But then, okay, so this is the division thing. You want to harbor them, and we want to, okay, well, we're going to take this school and we're going to, no, we already know what the law is. The law says that illegals are not supposed to be here. So whether you're Democratic or Republican, it should not be it shouldn't be any controversy as to what to do.
See,
You know,
but here's the thing. That's the actual problem why we're divided. Because you have one political side that advocate for this. Otherwise, they wouldn't have opened the borders wide open. Look,
'cause-
they had the Coast Guard getting ready to fight with the National Guard.
right.
Here in Texas, while they were given a lawful order to secure the borders on this portion of this Texas here where I am.
Mhm.
And then the previous administration thought that it would be wise to cause a conflict by sending another set of officers of a different branch
Right.
down to the borders to cause conflict and confusion. That could have caused war on this soil between
Okay.
our own people. So let that sink in for a minute. He sent them down to disrupt the fact that they were trying to secure the borders.
Okay.
He, as in Biden, during his administration.
Mhm.
The reason why we're divided, and let me test you guys' logic, and for the viewers who might be listening, or who might come across this video later on in the future, I want to test everybody's logic, and I want to see if you would agree with me. The reason why we're divided is because one political side highlights an immoral compass. Let me expand on that.
Okay.
You got the Democrat. I'm gonna call out a few things on both sides. Actually, you guys can challenge me and call out on the Republican or the conservative side. But right now, let me list some things that has been going on with the liberals or the progressives or the Democrat Party.
Mm-hmm.
They opened the doors for biological men to go into the women's bathrooms. They opened the door for biological men to play in women's sports. They
Right.
opened the doors for cross dressers or drag queens to do story time in public schools. They opened the door to a multitude of genders when science strongly says that it's only two.
Right.
They opened the doors for wide open borders. They opened the doors for sanctuary cities. They opened the doors for catch and release. They opened the doors for, as I mentioned, anchor babies. They opened the doors and strongly advocated for abortion.
Okay.
All of these things are strongly degenerate behavior. And at some point, it collapses the society. Now, I mentioned abortion. The last thing we want to do, especially as Black men and women, especially if we're the ones that screaming about racism,
Okay.
is to get in line and participate to a human sacrifice KKK neo-Nazi Germany ideology in the name of the eugenics movement led by Margaret Sanger.
Correct.
If you go to numberofabortions.com, you'll find that we're at 20 million aborted babies since 1973, Roe v. Wade.
Okay.
So let that sink in for a minute. And I did the math, by the way. I did the math. And if you look at if you factor in 20 million aborted babies in today's 14.3% Black population,
Mm-hmm.
it goes up to a whopping 19, I think it was like 19.7%. We're second in line as far as population to the white people. And
Okay.
then you had Hispanics and then other. Think
Mhm.
about that for a minute. So what did Malcolm X say? Beware the white liberal is like a fox. It's the worst thing that ever happened to our people because they're the ones that's constantly like, oh, well, you can't tell women what to do with their body. You
Right.
know what? I think that we should because there's a saying that we have to save women from themselves sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
I know what you're talking
here's
about.
the thing. I'd like to see us, and I'm gonna be done with this abortion thing.
Go ahead.
Um, I would say this: it's not a matter of whether men are telling women what to do with their bodies. We're trying to tell you to stop being promiscuous. Be mindful. Quit having senseless sex. Quit letting Joe Smo and his homies just bust up on you. And
Okay.
then seeing a pattern that they're gonna leave, right? Let's get back to when I grew up, when I was going to East High, man, a short time ago, right before my beard turned white, I was I can remember, and I'm not even gonna say any names, but they'll know who they are.
Right.
I can remember trying to pull up on the sisters, and this was a time when they would smack that hand. They didn't really have to do that, but they would say, "No, wait, I'm trying to wait until I'm trying to save myself for marriage." There was still a nice percentage of Black women who were virgins and was really trying to save themselves for marriage. This was the idea. And now nobody wants to get married. Women initiate more than 80% of divorce today.
Absolutely.
College
Great job.
educated, it goes up to 90%. And the reason why is because there's a culture that's being pushed that tells women of today, the next generation, that motherhood is bad. It's looked down upon. It's shunned. It's made fun of. They're using bully tactics to make women feel like, and it's like, oh girl, you go out there and you do your thing. You boss bitch. Go do you go be her. You're
Right.
equal to your man. You're the same as the man. And now what it did was it disrupted our society. Now we have war between the sexes.
The genders, yeah. It started back in the mid 60s.
What did?
It all started from the emasculation process.
You're talking about the feminist movement?
Yes. Not exactly the feminist movement, but I don't need a
Because that
man.
started even longer than before that, even before we were born, actually. But they just started to amplify it.
That's what it was. That's what I'm talking about. That's when the major push happened, was like in the 70s. To the point where if you know the history and the origins of food stamps, the projects, the whole ordeal,
Yeah.
it all ties into that.
Yeah, but there's no excuse. We have to take accountability. There's no excuse for why we are destroying. We created a mass genocide on our own people.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, hey, I'm gonna say something that's controversial right now.
Okay.
Because I know a lot of people like to talk about white supremacy and KKK and this type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have my receipts with me because they're on the phone that I'm talking to.
Okay.
And then my other phone is actually off right now. It's dead. But I'm gonna ask that the audience and that you all go test this out for yourself and see what I say is true. What they found out, and it was a great article, they pointed out, they were talking about how we as Black people are always focused in on the white man or racism or white supremacy until they highlighted this fact.
Okay.
They said within 60 years of the KKK lynching Black people, there was a number, and I'm trying to remember what that number was. I want to say it was, and I could be wrong, I want to say it was like 6,000.
Okay.
And some change. Total lynchings throughout the 60 years of the KKK lynching in this country on this soil.
All right.
They then took 60 days. They took 60 days, or it was 2 years from now, from today. And they looked at the Black homicides among our own people. And it literally almost doubled. It doubled in quantity. Which is to say this. Someone has us focused on white people. Talking about divide and conquer. Someone has us focused on white people today. As if KKK is still lynching. But instead, we're offing our own people at a rate that's so unbelievable.
Yeah.
That you can't even imagine. So my question is this. How did they pull that rabbit out of their hat and make our people in this country focus or remanufacture racism as if it was the worst thing that ever happened right now? Like, we can't move on as Black people. We can't move on because we're busy talking about systemic racism, white supremacy, or the N-word.
Okay.
The last I checked, the N-word ain't never killed me.
It hasn't. But to answer your question, right, here's the easiest way to answer that question, right? Let's answer with logic. As we already know, it's so much easier to do this than look in the mirror, correct? It's so much easier to project outwardly than look at the source of the problem. Now, yeah, we have had years and years upon mental programming and all this type of shit, psychological warfare. Oh, agreed. When you go off to war, you come back. They have a debriefing, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, before and after.
Okay, so there you have.
Shoot.
For those who the debriefing process, it didn't really. So now they're doing extensive extensive therapy, PTSD, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This is a reality.
Wait. Who is?
There's vets.
Okay. We're talking about the vets.
Right.
How does that correlate? How does that?
I'm tying it in.
Okay.
So, the thing about it is this. Know that there's psychological warfare. We know that we like as a people, we are mentally fucked. But to answer your question as to why we are still blaming white folks, Caucasians, the KKK, et cetera, for our problems, is because it's so much as far as the homicide rates, et cetera, because it's so much easier. It's a well-known fact that it's easier to project outwardly than to look within self and identify the source of the problem.
That's called no accountability, because I'm gonna tell you why.
Absolutely.
There is no white man on the planet after all of these videos that they show, World Star and all of these dark web or wherever you can find them, where they show that we are slaughtering each other at highest rates ever in this country among the black cities and communities. I can't understand where the white man would fit in for me to go and slew my brother. But what white person is responsible for that? That's what I want to know. Now, that's a rhetorical question. I don't expect no one on the planet to ever answer that. I hope they wouldn't.
Nobody will.
because here's the thing though. So I'll give you an example. I'm just going to. I hate to highlight this, but I will.
No,
so there's one incident where a young black sister was invited, and the other sisters had threw a baby shower for her, a lavish baby shower, had it all decked out and beautiful for her, only to invite her in and damn near beat her half to death. They killed the baby inside of her stomach. This kind of behavior, right? I don't think it has anything to do with white people at all. It has everything to do with our culture and what we must do to overcome what we are among each other, among ourselves. Okay. I think that we're looking at a behavioral thing that we have been groomed into, in a sense, via music, stereotype, movies. For example, you might watch a movie and then it becomes a hit, big blockbuster, Boys in the Hood.
Okay.
The behavior is glorified. So the next generation grow up and they think that this is what they must do.
Right. But you got to be careful with that though, because here's the thing, right? When you bring up outside sources like that, the argument becomes, well, who owns the studios?
Doesn't matter who owns it.
No.
It's who partake in this. For example,
that's my whole point.
For example, I don't care who owns the studio. If me as a black man get given the script to me and it says to do X, Y, and Z, and I know that it's harmful, like I create the music. Right. I just got done talking to somebody and said, you know what, I make dark music and lyrics, but I would never put this out. It's just me expressing myself. I would never want it to get into the hands of some children, because I know that somebody gonna stand at the top of a building if they heard what I wrote down.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
So
that's the point that I'm making.
Yeah. My whole thing is accountability. That's all I'm saying.
And I'm in agreement with you. What I'm saying is that becomes the argument. You see what I'm saying? Well, we don't own the studios. Let me show you how it gets spun. Not saying that it's right, because again, like I said, I'm 100% with you on accountability. I'm all about that. Well, we don't own the studios, the movie productions, this, that, and the third. Well, I gotta work. We don't have our own. So then it becomes, in the music aspect, right? Here it becomes an argument, right? Well, why
just go find something else to do?
Thank you. So
We don't have to let that control us. That's the problem. They know our habits. Just like the Asian people, Vietnamese women can come over here and they know everything about our hair and they can set up in the black communities and we're buying all the weaves and shit. But the women, the black, I don't understand that phenomenon. But all they have to do is never set foot in another Asian weave store and get their hair done, and then just let the sister. Hey, look, you can buy the sisters can buy it from China and set up shop, and then they go get their hair done among the own sisters.
You can
if you want it, but it's a habit. It's a choice that's being made. They don't have to choose to go there.
Right? Absolutely, it is, right? Just like it's a choice to fall for the bullshit that this country says that, oh, well, equality. Fuck equality. Equality doesn't work. We've already seen that it doesn't work. Separatism, having your own is where what we need. And you're saying it right here in your own accountability. You got to have your own. You don't have to participate in what they're doing, right? But you're so caught up on, well, I want to be like so-and-so. I want to be equal to so-and-so. Fuck all that. I don't want to be equal to so just give me my own shit. You see what I'm saying?
So I said a couple controversial things, and I really wish that audience would see this because I have another controversial take.
Okay.
And this is becoming more and more popularized. Women, people are just now realizing. Now I'm gonna shift gears that women shouldn't even be allowed to vote. You know, women shouldn't even be allowed to vote in real life. For real. Okay, they shouldn't be allowed to vote.
Why you say that?
And I had this argument with somebody, and it's just a simple logical reason why. Very simple.
Let's hear it.
What happens to men when they turn 18? Military conscription.
Okay, right.
You have to sign up for the elective services, or you don't have the privilege to vote.
Oh, really?
And you go to prison.
Okay, yeah, I know about that.
You go to jail, except for one caveat. If you're the firstborn son, you don't have to have military conscription. You won't be drafted. Correct. But for the sake of all the men who aren't first sons or firstborn, and I think they have to do it too, either way. But men, as soon as you turn 18, you must go sign up for the elective services, or else you won't be able to vote. That's number one. And then you're going to jail. Right, well, guess what? But guess what? Women fought for equality so wholeheartedly. They fought it so strongly. They fought so strongly to be equal. They forgot that part right there. So the reason why women shouldn't be able to vote, number one reason why, is because they're not subject to military conscription. Right. Now, ask yourself the question, why would you want a bunch of women who are not even, the majority of women in this country, in this country aren't even politically charged in the mind. They don't give a damn about that. But yet, all they do is target the feelings of the women so they can get their voice. Then they put their name on they put their name on the ballot for men to get sent off to war to die. Make that make sense. Now, the flip side of it is I don't even want them to be military conscribed. I don't even want them to be subject to a draft. Women should never ever fight in a war, ever.
Let me interrupt you for a second, right? I don't know. I'm just thinking about this, right? As you're saying this, right? I'm like, we all know the story of Mulan and all this type of shit, right? But being serious, all jokes aside, right? Other world militaries, other government militaries, do they actually have female members? I never even thought about that. Or is it just us? Like,
yes, they do.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yes, they do. For example, the Israeli army is they bitches is hard.
Damn.
This is where Gal Gadot come from. She was a real military. Now I'm gonna tell you what another problem. Okay, sorry, I'm getting interrupted. To answer your question, so you got China, you have I don't know about Japan, but you got China for sure. Their
Wait,
women.
they got women in the
You
military?
have, huh?
They got women in the military?
Yeah, they're doing different. They're not front line though. There
Okay,
is no
all right.
woman. There's no listen. There's no woman on the planet that's front line. But the difference between
What you mean?
other
We ain't got
there's no women on
we ain't got frontline in our military?
They're
women
working computers and stuff like that.
precisely.
Oh, for real? See,
There's
I
no
don't
such thing.
know.
Listen. There's no country, and I'm gonna double check this, but there's no country on the
Yeah,
planet
me too.
that
Because
put their women on the front line, with the
when women-
I
exception
will
of
say
because
that
when,
I know
when,
whenever
when you
I
talk
was
to
in there, my job was like to, pretty much. I had a big cannon. I shot it. Boom.
right.
But it was a woman behind the computer. Hey, this spot, move your cannon this way,
Right.
way, and then this way. Fire.
Well, the reason why I'm
Well,
asking
let me ask you. Let me ask you a question. Where were you at?
Where was I stationed?
No. Where were you at when you fired that cannon?
Oh, at a military base.
You were at a military base. So this was a routine. This was a routine exercise, right?
Right.
Now, guess what's gonna happen? I want to tell you why she was behind the computer right there. Because the military, now it's starting to change, but the reason why is because they have this thing called the inclusive. I forgot what it's called. I want to ask my folks out here at the base, but they have to do that so the women can feel included.
That's what
Had you gone to a real war, guess what would have happened? She would have been replaced with someone look like you or me.
That's the point
or
that I was
him.
getting at. That was the point that I was getting at because, and this is why I said that, because when I've talked to the few females that were actually in the military, hey, they were popping out. I don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? They were popping off like, yeah, they was on front line and they was like John Rambo type shit. And I'm just like, oh, okay, all right. Well, you know what I'm saying? I never knew this.
Can I explain why? There's a reason. It's just so common. These bitches lied, whoever they are. They want to be GI Jane, but let me tell you why it will never happen, because our enemy would use that. Can you imagine a PO war? Can you imagine a POW female? You know,
all your secrets.
It's one of the most feared tactics that the enemy would go to. And the first thing they would do is take the women, impregnate them, and send them back with bastard children to psychologically break you. No, our job is to, as men, we're the ones who we're built differently. Even a little sissy nerd boy, you throw him out there.
I have a question. So, because I just thought about it. So then, if they're never front line, then why do they allow females to be infantry?
No, so because this is a different group. Never going to be foot soldiers. They're going to always be way behind line. They're back up, way back, to the point where, put it this way,
war.
In history, there's been women that died. Military women always die.
Right.
But these circumstances are very different from actual war. You would never see, when you look to the side, a female ever.
That's
not
what
allowed.
So this is what I'm asking you, because I've actually. So then, is this something that the government's doing that's not real? Because I've seen video of female soldiers shooting at, wherever we were at.
There could be circumstances where enemy territories were breached, and wherever female operations were, whether they were working the drones, because they are very computer literate, very genius-like when it comes to that kind of stuff. So you'll see females working drone stations. I don't think, matter of fact, I take that back. I don't think they're even working drone stations that much.
No, I mean, I've seen videos of them shooting their weapon, their M16s.
At who?
That's what I'm asking.
He said, "Whom?"
You're not you. If you seen video, man, let me explain this. Before I would admit that that is true and it's happening, I would want to look at that video
And make
because
sure it's
everything
real.
right now is it. We're living in a world right now where they want women to feel more than what they are. This is the
Yeah.
problem. It's a big lie. It's a failure. We're failing our women to have them think and believe that they're capable of doing. There's not a woman alive that really want to get out there and do it. And if they are, and if even if they are, it's not right. It's not a good look. Our job is to protect women and children, not just in this nation, but all around this world. And it's a biological reason why. It's a biological reason why. You know, it's bad enough that men come home with PTSD. Women, what's going to happen with a woman? She can't function in life ever again. A woman who has psychological and post-traumatic disorder from being in war and what she's saying, like we sitting here talking right now, the next you know, my head just disappeared. You know, we're built for it, and we still get messed up. Our
Right.
job is to protect those who can bring in life to the next generation and generation to come. Men have always been the benevolent.
Okay.
We've always been. I don't think that men should be convinced that it's okay to try to include women because we want to just coddle them. I don't want that.
Right.
But that's just me and a whole lot of other men on the planet. You know,
That's just it. It's the men. It's not the man child. We'll say it that way. There's a difference between a man child and a man.
yeah. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but yeah. If I was the enemy, yeah. Well, you know they're not. Listen, the men who would be deemed the enemy against us found out that women were on the front line.
Correct.
They're definitely trying to be careful not to kill them yet. Okay.
Right.
Now, all you have to do is look at the countless police videos of females trying to subdue a smaller man or a big man. They have the biggest problems. In fact, the studies and statistics show that women are the quickest to pull their trigger and kill someone because of their misjudgment. Female police officers on record
Shooting their own comrades.
They shoot and kill the assailant a lot faster than because they misjudge it. They judge it off of he's bigger than me. I thought I was my life was a threat. Versus if it was a man, he'd see it differently. You know, women deal with shock, trauma, and fear differently than what we do.
Indeed.
So let me ask you this: do you feel like, especially in that situation, or just in general, that men are more logical where women are more emotional, and that plays a role?
Absolutely.
No, I don't feel that to be the case. I know that is the case because it's deeply rooted in biological chemistry and makeup. We are logical thinkers. You could put this to the test. Mark my words. Ask not the girls that's listening, not the females that's listening or that might hear this. Ask a random question when you at chilling with friends or family members. Ask a random woman, hypothetical. If you were in the bathroom and your toilet just blew up and the water is just gushing everywhere,
all right,
what are you doing? How are you acting? I want you to act out exactly what you're going to do. And you ask her, and she's going to say, oh, I'm going to scream. I'm going to freak out. Oh, gosh. Ask a man that. And what he's going to do is he's going to say, shit, how do I stop the water from flowing?
Right.
The vast majority of men actually answered that way that I just displayed. And all the women resort to the natural biological nature is to be dramatic and emotional. Why? Because they're damsels in distress. When they do, this is a biological make that's beautiful. When women act like that, it's deemed to be attractive. Why? Because men get to save them. So they have a mental nature to do that because they want to be rescued. That's hence the reason
I
why
was
they will
gonna say,
react
I
like that.
would expect all of them to answer. They would call their husband and or boyfriend.
Yeah,
That's what
because they trust.
that's what we're talking
Because
about.
yes, sir. Because they trust and believe that he's going to stop the leak.
Yeah.
Now, if they call him and he reacts the way she does, now now the relationship is at risk and it's limited because she now lost attraction to him because she now feels like he can't protect her. Based off of that. That's why you don't never look. They say, look, I'm a strong advocate of being stoic. I think a man should be able to hold a baby and slit its throat at the same time. Not that we want to ever see that happen.
Right.
Just,
I know what you're talking about.
just in theory, just thinking. And the reason why is because we want to be able to. This is the logic behind it, right? So don't. I'd say that I'm going to say this, and I tell all my young men this out here that I talk to: don't ever let a girl or a woman, right? If you're a man, don't let a woman see you cry. It's not necessary. It's not necessary for a man knowing he's going to cry to sit up there and just let it happen. I don't think that a man should. It's never in the best interest for a man to allow his woman to see that. That's what makes him even more attractive. That she knows that he's emotional, and that he deals with it differently. Because here's what they show on. I've watched a podcast that interviewed over 3,000 women now, and they all say the same thing. They're unattracted when they see a man cry. It's just ugly, and then they lose interest because they think that he's not a protector, that he's weak like them. Let me. I'm being interrupted. Let me get this real quick.
Go ahead. You're good. Yeah, most definitely. I can attest to that one.
So okay, let me ask you since and I'll ask him when he comes back. Do you feel like what he said it should be? Is it a case by case basis or just never?
As far as what?
Like he said, you should never let a woman see you cry.
So hold on one second. He popped back. So
okay.
Hold on one second because there's a question on the floor. So he asked me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Give me one second. So he asked me specifically. He said, "Do I agree with the fact that a man should never let a woman see him cry?" I can tell you this from personal experience. I've actually I've been told that it's made me more attractive, but in the same aspect, I can also tell you this from personal experience. I've also lost relationships because of showing that vulnerability. Now, she didn't verbally come out and say. I later on sat back and
she never will.
She lost it. She felt like I was weak.
It's going to happen covertly. So, you would never know.
Exactly. So I'm here to tell you that I've experienced both.
Is it a case by case situation or just like never let a woman see you cry?
Listen to what I'm saying.
No, it's not. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Everybody's different. Okay. But the thing about it is when you got to understand something. When you talk on facts, well, because you're gonna have women that are gonna pop in or they might have jumped out, might watch it later and say, "Well, I'm not like that." There's always, when you speak on facts, there's always an exception to a rule. There's always an exception to a fact. You know what I'm saying? White people are racist. Well, I'm not racist. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's always an exception. You know what I'm saying? This person, Tyrone, gets upset when somebody white of Caucasian persuasion uses the N-word or just, you know what I'm saying? I'm not moved by it. You know what I'm saying? So again, there's always an exception. But what he's speaking in generalization, mass majority, is in the woman's nature, and that's what makes it a fact. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, biological hardwiring
Thank you.
that says this. Though that woman, let's say that woman, the case by case that he mentioned, right? Let's say that woman is that case by case where she's been okay. She saw her man cry, not all the time, but just sometimes.
Right.
What happens is the biological hardwiring and nature kicks in where now, guess what? She's going to remember that. And then she's going to see another man who's more stoic. And she's not going to understand why she's starting to have some attraction there.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? And you didn't. And guess what else? You just gave her some ammo. Anytime there's a discrepancy in the relationship, she's going to throw that at you, and she's going to use that to tear you down and call you
crybaby.
A bitch.
Yes. Wait, what?
So, and that's just if she's real nasty and decides to do so. I would strongly suggest this. The lies that they're spewing and saying, oh, that's the problem with men right now. They don't know how to express themselves. Yes, we do. We get among the brethren who's going to help figure it out together. A man should never go among women to express his feelings, to try to alleviate an issue or problem. No, you go amongst your brothers, you go amongst your fellow men, uncles, fathers, and other community men for the strength and guidance. And the reason why is because men is going to help protect men so that we can maintain our attraction to our opposition.
Right.
But you know what? Don't mark my words for it. Just look at Go ahead. Go. I dare you to cry in front of the woman that you really been after for a long time. No, she needs to. I'm gonna tell you. Oh, I got you guys. And whoever else chimes in and see this video later. Here's the reason why a man should always maintain his stoicism and being stoic.
Okay.
To that woman that he really wants in his life. Women always be scared. Women are always in fear every time nightfall. A woman should never be reminded that he cried on such and such, or he cried at this time. And he was crying. Oh, he was so handsome. He was so cute and sexy. Yeah, that sounds good when the sun is out.
Right.
But at nighttime, she's going to, guess what she's going to do? Next time she watch a movie with The Rock in it.
Damn.
Next time she watched that action flick movie, man. You know, listen, I'm gonna say like this. I've cried plenty of times, you know. But the way I do it would be this gesture. It would be, you know, and get up and walk away, walk out the room.
Yeah, them silent. Yep, them silent.
And the next time I turn around, my woman see me like this.
Right.
Like this. Shoulders upright. Now,
right.
I'm not saying that it's a wrong thing to do is to have emotions and feelings and to be sad or to cry. I'm simply saying do it in a way that you can build yourself up so that you can be stronger again. And here's the thing. Our women and children rely on us. We're the only thing in the world that's going to protect them.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to maintain this. Look, I'm 5'8". Wait, how tall are you, bro? I think I'm like an inch.
No, Jack.
I'm talking about my bro.
No, Jack.
Come on, you want the audience to pretend like you 6 feet. I get it.
No, I ain't 6 foot. I'm 5'11", and I've been 5'11".
Okay, 11, 10, 9.
I don't know about that.
I know you 5'10", because I'm 2 inches. I'm 2 inches shorter than.
Hey, listen, I'm 6'1". He like 5'8".
All right, so let me explain. Let me explain this. even me at 5'8", women know. They know because of my demeanor. And when I say they know, I'm talking about the women who were in uniform with me. They know. They might call it little guy syndrome, but what they're witnessing is that bark. They're witnessing that bark. And women feel protected when they see you run to danger. And I have a record of doing that quite often, more times than not. Now, when I say run to danger, I don't mean be stupid, because there's plenty of times where I have to play possum and say, man, I seen that gun. When I seen that gun, it's like, hey, man, look, I just want to. I think we can work this out, man. I had to do that.
Being heroic.
You got to be smart.
Living.
There's nothing wrong with that. Some people call it a coward. The gangsters would call it a coward, but then they dead the next day. For doing that. Don't do that. You're stupid. Don't be a gangster. Turn into a coward for now. Because turn into a coward. Turn into a coward. I'm gonna tell you why. And when I say turn into a coward, it's not to say that you actually are one. I'm saying play possum, play the role. Because the YNs nowadays, look, I've seen them killing people. They're killing for nothing. They killing because they woke up and they made a face at themselves in the mirror. Like, damn, nigga, I'm ugly. I'm about to fuck that nigga. What the hell wrong with you? Damn, dog. Y'all crazy. Yeah. So when you do that, when you play possum, or when you do that, because in your mind and the people that really know you, they say, you know what? If this was in an arena with guards around and had rules, and you took the bare knuckle or put the gloves on, wow.
We about to get
busy. What you would do to the dude that had the gun at your head, what you would do to him. See, it's just about, it's just chilling now, man. I used to be a hothead. I wasn't hot as my late brother, but I used to be a hothead, but I was logical. I was very smart. I was very smart.
Look, I'm gonna put both of them up. Go ahead.
It's no reason to go. It's no reason to go like all animal like.
Right.
And we too grown for that anyways. Like right now, my job is this. Everywhere I go, that's one of the reasons why I moved to Texas, because we're allowed to have everything from silencers to flamethrowers. If you don't believe me, look it up. You're allowed to have flamethrowers. Huh?
I know about the
El Paso.
Yeah.
I know about the flamethrowers.
But I lost my mind when I found out we were allowed to have silencers down here, man. When I was living in LA, you'll go to prison if you even had one on you. You'll go to prison if you had one on you. Come down here, man. Everybody, their mama, their fathers, everybody and their mama, they grandma, grandpa, everybody. Yeah. Everybody packing, or at least the thought of, when we was getting ready to have a bad storm, huh?
Is it open carry down there?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And you don't have to, and you don't have to have license. You don't have to have any license on you. You don't have to have a license to carry.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to have a CCW. None of that stuff.
You don't know that. You don't know the saying. Don't mess with Texas.
Listen, I mean, I've heard it all.
Everybody and mama got one on them.
My thing is, this is right. If I'm carrying it, I'm gonna use it anyway. So I don't carry just for sport. That's not my thing. That's never been my thing.
Hey, let me say something else, man, to the audience, man. Whoever it applies to. If the unfortunate event occurred in your life to where you are classified as a felon, I would be doing everything I can to try to figure out how I can get my ownership or my freedom to have a weapon again, because I think something's getting ready to get nasty in this country. We got assassinations happening. We have war is starting to brew up in this country. Food is being tampered with, while simultaneously trying to tell you that you should not or you cannot grow food, and or trying to have regulations on stuff, bruh. If I was in that situation, you know, I would be doing everything in my willpower to try to sit down with, you know, I'll set up a meeting with here's how I would do it. It's just a thought. I don't know if this ever happened before, but this is how I would do it. I would talk to quite a bit of the community as to be co-signers of my behavior and those who know me, and I would go to the streets and talk to everybody and say, I'd like to have a signature of yours because I'm going to go and talk to the mayor and the local chief, the chief of the police department, and I want to try to find out if I can have a way to start working towards a good behavior, or if I can showcase that, if I can prove that this has been me throughout the past 5 years, if I can try to, you know, gain
That's
my
basically what you
privilege,
gotta do.
gain my privilege back.
You petition whatever judge. Actually, they
Yeah,
notify the judge of your case. And
yeah,
you basically, you ain't been in no trouble in 5 years. All right. The only time
yeah.
that don't work is if you have a violent crime.
And I would say because most states most states allow you, even if you have a felony, as long as it's not a violent crime. Like state of Missouri, you can carry a firearm. Well, you can have a firearm. You can carry a firearm as long as your crime wasn't classified as a violent offense.
I think that because if I was in that circumstance, if I was in that situation, I would probably be looking at where the next country I would be wanting to move to, because if you can't protect yourself because you will be locked in a cage for doing so, man, that's like a sitting duck, man.
That's my argument anyway. I actually
just killing over stepping on somebody's Jordans or video games, or just because it's a Monday and they hate Mondays, they feeling Garfieldish today.
I've actually been in that situation. I was actually having a conversation with somebody, and they were talking about firearms, and a cop happened to be in close proximity, and I was oblivious to him being there, which is kind of crazy because I'm usually aware of my surroundings.
The radar was broken.
Yeah, so we were in the conversation, and the guy says, "Man, you don't got no firearm?" He's like, "Man, no." He says, "You can't have no firearm. You're a felon." I said, "Listen, man, I got one." And he said, "Man, you rolling, you skating out there nice." So the cop came over to me. He says, "You do realize you." I said, "I tell you what. Aside from the Constitution, you have the right to bear arms, all that type of shit. I have the right to protect myself. At the end of the day, now my felony is over 20 some odd years ago. All right." I told the cop straight to his face. I said, "I'll tell you what. If a person breaks into my house, because I don't have nothing on my person. If a person breaks into my house and you're telling me I don't have the right, what I'm supposed to do? Oh, let me grab this knife or let me grab this bat. Listen, I'm a shoot this clown. You come pick
So
him
it
up."
applies to the castle law. It applies to if you're a felon. It applies when you're at home too.
King of the castle order, yes.
So you can't. Oh yeah, they're trying to get you killed. I don't know about that, bro.
Exactly. So this is what I told the
I had a sheriff tell me that as long as the firearm was in my home, like if someone was threatening my life on my property, that doesn't apply anymore.
But here's the thing, right? You can say that, right? But here's the thing. Now, firearm is in your home. I call 911 knowing that you're a felon and say, "Hey, man, he's got a gun in his house." They come search your, let's say for some odd reason they obtain a warrant. They come in there and they find the gun and your ass is going to jail. I tell you straight up, if a motherfucker break in my house, I'm a felon. I don't own I don't legally own a firearm. Person came in my house, you don't belong in my house. Which means if you broke in my house, that gun that you have wasn't supposed to be in my house neither. So when I light your ass up, both these guns is yours. Well, we could talk about trajectory and all that shit later, but I'm still breathing. You feel me? Fuck all the bullshit. I'm just going on the record, and you heard it here first. Yeah, that part. Damn. Hey, look, I got.
Hey, with that said, and on that note, I'm gonna have to cut on out because I got to get some work done.
Absolutely.
I was in the middle of something, but
Thank you, Chuck.
I appreciate you coming on here and talking to us.
Yeah,
yeah, I
And
appreciate you guys having me, and salute to you, man. Young man, it's good to
had a conversation not so long ago. I like to talk to the older men because no, I'm saying I would say older than me. Like y'all, sometimes you got to because you try to, sometimes you try to give these young cats guidance and they don't want to listen.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I feel like there's just there's an age barrier. At once you get a certain age, they feel like you out of touch with what's going on. So
that's right. I was there before, and all I did was inherit a whole lot of issues in life that I regret. Some sustain, and they turned out to be good things. But man, when I didn't listen to the folks, man, yeah. Stuff
Absolutely.
started to go left.
Absolutely.
But yeah, salute to both of you guys and the podcast. Again, thanks for having me, man.
Thank you, big bro. Hey, man, real quick, you see all this right there? That's 8 years of wisdom. That's 8 years of. Hey, look, that's an 8-year difference of wisdom. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got 8 years. I got to hear.
You 8 years older than me.
I'm not here yet. I got 1 or 2 strands.
All right, hey, look, I know what I look like. That's why I say we only 8-year difference. But I tell you what,
Yeah. Start. Hey, pull a little closer. Is it It's coming out.
It's been there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't see it till now.
You and Pop got it real heavy. You know what I'm saying? I still got a little.
Actually, I got more than Dad. Yeah, I got more than Dad. Yeah. Mine is more white than his. He still got black. Like salt and pepper stuff going on. Mine went all white, man.
Well, damn, ho.
Wisdom and stress.
Yeah. It could be on my mom's side, because grandpa his stuff was pure white.
Yeah.
So, but
I was sorry, man. You be safe out there.
All right, thank you. Hey, thank you, bro. And shout out to Tell It Like It Is podcast.
No
Y'all
doubt,
tune in.
man.
If you haven't been tuning in, you're missing out.
Hey, hold on. Before you go, drop the plug for the track box, man. Tell them what you're doing over there too, man. We support everybody.
Yeah. Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah. The plug. Y'all can find me at Duke. You can find me at Trackbox Studio. I'm constantly working on some heaters and stuff, like. So I'm either working on R&B. I got some hip hop, alternative rock, pop. I'm doing it all. And right now, yeah. And right now, I'm in the middle of working on I'm actually working on a movie right now. The young lady that's the lead actress, she's Tyler Perry's assistant casting director.
Hey, big props, okay. Big props. Hold on, man. Let's get the applaud in there.
Right.
Yeah. Big bro, man.
Yeah, and I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you posted on when it's done and when it's expected to come out and all that stuff. But the guy that I ran into, big time producer out here, he's actually a professor and he teaches acting. He's a professor out here, and he's cutting movies. He generally target Tubi right now. Okay, so he'll be tapping into Hulu soon. And shout out to Ace. His name is Ace. So he's expected to do like 4 movies a year. So he came to me. He liked my work. So we'll see what happens.
You tell Ace, man, if he need anybody, man, give me a holler. I come over. I touch down. You dig?
Oh, he teaches on the set. He teaches on the set too. He's really good.
I can learn on the fly. I can impromptu. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just a big bro. I'm just security.
He said, "I'll just do security."
I used to do that too, man. Hey, but you need to tap in. Let me see. You need to tap in with the FPS. They're gonna get you the federal. Yeah, they'll get you the federal jobs. So your money will be looking nice every 2 weeks. You'll be getting paid what the local police are making, or if not more.
Nice.
Federal. Yeah, that's where it's at. I was working for Department of Homeland Security, man, DHS.
Yes, he was, man. I
And
remember.
and you didn't like me. You didn't like me then, bro.
Nah, listen. One thing for sure, two things for sure. I don't give a damn what your job profession is. We make
Yeah, you
class
didn't like me,
deals.
man.
You my brother. I don't care.
That's right. That's right.
My brother. I
But
don't
yeah, I'm just saying, man. Hey, they'll take care of you, man. They'll take care of you. Yeah. Just apply for the federal job. Federal security. Federal
Okay.
security is under FPS, Federal Protective Service. Yeah. So they'll have you right, man. Your pockets will be. You'll be able to do a lot of things, man.
All right.
And plus your money automatically. There's a portion that automatically go to your retirement, your savings and stuff. You know, shoot. When I was with them, shoot. I think that first year, and of course you can set the numbers up how you want. But shoot, I ended up with like 18,000 at some point. I didn't even know. I didn't. Even, I mean, I didn't even know.
Hey,
You
common
know,
sense. Common sense. Can I borrow $1?
borrow $1.
Don't mind me,
That's
man.
That's
wow.
why you got all that gray though.
Don't mind me, man. You know I'm
It
special.
stressed you out.
Nah, no. That's my destiny. That was gonna happen regardless.
Yes.
Yeah. Mom
Yeah.
be here. Next time you see me, I'm gonna have some gray. I'm gonna have a little
You
bit
would have
more.
seen Pop, man. You would have known.
Hey,
what
you
it
want to hear
was.
something crazy too? The texture, is it's not the same. It's
Yes.
like dead. You're like just dead. It's dead hair, man, growing
Yes.
out your face.
Should be
It don't
hard
even
to
make sense. I feel like barbed
support.
wire now, man.
Yes.
It's not. It's not when they had the melanin. It was soft and
Move. Yes. Yeah.
not the same, man.
Yeah.
I still got that. Wow, it's still luxurious.
It went from the women want to touch on and massage on it to where you go.
You scratching me.
It's like, hey man, move. My daughter be like, Daddy, come on, man.
All right, y'all be safe out here.
Hey, be up, y'all.
All right, man. Be safe. Love you, bro.
Love you too. Salute, y'all.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. So it's crazy, man. The topics that we touch around here and the views, and I love the freestyle aspect because anything can pop up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't have nothing planned or whatever have you, but
This all started from Michael Jordan's video.
hey, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because like I wanted to ask him about the we kind of got I ain't gonna say we got off topic, but it shifted. I wanted to ask one of the questions I wanted to ask was with the Epstein list, like everybody wants to know about the list. Everybody, oh man, release the list. Okay, for what? You know what I'm saying? All right, so the official list gets listed, gets released. Now what? You know what I'm saying? Everybody like, oh my gosh, like what are you gonna say? Oh my gosh,
pervert. That's it.
Right. It's just to say that motherfuckers are nosy. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day,
right. More or less.
Right. If there's 50 motherfuckers on there, right? If there's 50 motherfuckers on there, 50 motherfuckers going to jail. You knew they was going to jail anyway. So what the fuck did it matter? You know what I'm saying? It's not like, well, like, and mind you, my question is, well, what do you want to happen? It's not like people saying, oh, well, let's line them up and execute them by firing squad. It's not like saying motherfuckers, all right, well, we're gonna drag them through every city of every state and everybody just get to punch them in the face. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing creative. There's no type of punishment that's gonna be acceptable. The first thing out of the mouth is, okay, well, they're going to prison for X amount of years. Okay, so you need to know the list about that just to say for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, so right. like earlier in the comments, Jamie said earlier when I brought it up, Jamie said, truthfully, I'm just tired of hearing about it. And that's where I'm at with it at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm just tired of hearing the same redundant bullshit because all in all, when it all comes to a light or all comes to a head, the outcome is still going to be the same. You know what I'm saying?
And all you're going to be able to do is say, oh, I already knew something. You're going to be like, oh, I knew there's something off about him.
That's what it all boils down to, how nosy a motherfucker is. That's it. You know what I'm saying? At this point, like I said, I don't care. I don't care if Joe Schmo's on there. I don't care if Bobby Brown's on there. I don't care if my next door neighbor's on the fucking list. You know what I'm saying? I don't care because at the end of the day, when it all comes out,
nothing's gonna happen.
No, they're going to jail anyway. So what? You know what I'm saying? The ones that aren't going to jail are the ones that have already made positioned themselves to flee the country. So fucking what? You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're gonna go after this person. And that's the thing. Like my brother said, all they did was stalled anyway. You know what I'm saying? Diddy tried to bounce. He didn't make it. Jay-Z out the country as we speak. What's that dude's name? Woody Allen out of the country.
Russell Simmons out the country.
Out of the country. What's dude name? He played in The Negotiator.
Oh,
Kevin Spacey out of the country. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Tom Hanks out of the country. Okay, so is that an admission or a confession of guilt? No, but nonetheless, ain't nothing gonna happen to them. So the ones that didn't leave, and the list comes out. Okay, the list comes out. Tom Hanks is on there, and it comes out that okay, he's on the list. Does this mean that he actually participated in anything? That's another thing. We don't know none of that shit.
What I was saying earlier, where's the physical proof?
Right.
These people were doing whatever they're saying they were doing.
The only person that we know, Diddy, because he was recording everything. You know what I'm saying?
Him and R. Kelly on some stupid shit, and they record all they dumb shit.
But here's the thing, though. At the end of the day, okay, so this person gets jammed up. Oh my God, he's a piece of shit. They should kill him. All right, cool. Or put him in jail or whatever you're gonna do. I don't know about you, but I still bump R. Kelly music.
And the thing is, if people don't understand, R. Kelly produced a lot of songs, a lot. I would say over what, 300?
Well over that. Well over that.
And now that's what I'm saying. I'm lowballing.
Yeah,
but you might be bumping some shit that he produced.
You definitely are. Because I tell you what, one of Michael Jackson's most popular songs, R. Kelly actually wrote and produced it. That You Are Not Alone. You get what I'm saying? Like, all right.
I mean, it's like you want to really like pay attention to songs now.
Right. I mean, here's the thing. It doesn't even matter because at the end of the day, right? I don't like what you did, but that doesn't mean that your work ain't good. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, so-and-so did such and such.
And realistically, a lot of people will say, just for the culture, they're gonna, let's say, we'll say Russell Simmons. All right, let's say he's on the Epstein list. Okay. Oh, I'm not gonna wear baby fat no more. All right, yeah, but I bet you there's a sale on baby fat for $5. You're gonna grab you a baby fat sweatsuit,
right? Somebody's still going right, and that's the whole thing. See, and that's you can do one heinous thing. You can do a plethora of great works. One thing, and now all of a sudden everybody wants to. Oh, you forgot about every good thing this person did. How many babies? How many babies were conceived off of listening to R. Kelly's music? Your biggest blessing came into existence off of his music, but now you want to hate. But now, okay, he did that, but oh well, I'm not listening to his music anymore. Get the fuck out of here, man. His music ain't got nothing to do with him, other than the fact that he made it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like I don't.
See, that was another thing I seen today because LeBron was known for being at the parties with Diddy.
Okay.
Then the thing came out with the Michael Jordan thing today.
Okay.
So then, of course, somebody was like, "See, and that's why Kobe Bryant will always be and forever be my GOAT." Then, of course, somebody was like, "Oh, so we're going to forget that he essayed a woman in Colorado?
Who?
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe didn't do nothing. He was never convicted of shit.
But did he have sex with that woman? Him and 7 other guys.
He may have, but here's the thing, right?
That was the reason why he got, they threw it out.
Well, that's right.
Other men semen.
That's why he wasn't that, and that's why, and as fucked up as it is, that's why Kobe's not in the GOAT conversation, because he's got the damn asterisk by his name.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Like, the man wasn't even convicted of the shit, and you forgot all about the wondrous things, the wondrous works that the Mamba has done. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like we ain't talking about the man went and did 5-10 years and was convicted of felon, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about some allegations that never came to fruition, as far as hell, there was nothing that was concrete that tied him to it, other than the fact, okay, he was there. Same situation in these Diddy parties. Hell, I was at the Diddy party. Did I participate? No. Hell, I probably left before shit got weird. How many times have you went to a party and you sat around, you was drinking this, that, and the third, and then left only to find out, you left, man, this shit got wild after you left. Wait, what?
A lot.
Okay, then. Come on, man. Stop it. Just because a motherfucker RSVP'd didn't mean that he participated in touching peepees and shit.
And that's where, like you said, with this list. All right, just because they're on this list, does that mean they participated in whatever they're saying that these people did?
Hey, I'm gonna say like this, man. It's getting to the point where
I feel like everybody a fucking weirdo. Like they all
it's like to the point where when first it was 9/11.
Like you said, how is it going to affect you as a person and what you got going on in your life?
It doesn't. People just fucking nosy.
So what? Tom Hanks on the list? What? I can't watch Tom Hanks movies no more.
I mean, shit. So okay, so and then here's the thing, right? And this I'm glad you said that, because here's the thing, right? You got these people, they tied to this shit, but yet and still they ain't pulling these movies off the shelves because they're still making money off of them.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? R. Kelly's music you can still go on fucking on Amazon and various other places and still purchase his money, download his music, download his music and all that. Come on, man, stop. Come on, man. This bullshit. It's fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Honest to God, truth, it's fucking ridiculous. Hell, what was the dude? Weinstein, the other dude, right? We all know about Epstein, but what about, remember Weinstein?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Harvey Weinstein.
Right. So here's the crazy thing about that. Everybody looking at him all cross-eyed and crazy. Oh my God. But yet and still you take your ass, goddamn it, to fucking Movies 8 or out there in Boardman and go watch the movie. Them Weinstein, those are his fucking, every movie theater is tied to him. I don't see nobody fucking trying to tear down these goddamn buildings. I don't see nobody boycotting the theaters.
They were saying that a lot of people at Disney had a lot to do with Epstein.
Man, if you
that's the happiest place on earth.
If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Yeah, you saw what Mickey spells upside down. Shit. So I'm just saying, like even that situation, right? But they ain't stopped making cartoons. They still got Disney Junior and all them other. Come on, man.
Think about all the shit that they're buying now. They done bought ESPN. They done bought Marvel,
Hulu, and all that stuff, right?
Right. And people still go. Listen, my family planning a Disney trip right now.
That's some expensive shit, man.
Well, guess what? People still going.
Oh no,
every year, every day. Somebody right now is at Disney right now as we speak, living their best life. Whether it's Disney World or Disneyland, somebody at Disney right now.
They either living their best life or they looking to become a part of the biggest scandal. Real talk. And it's crazy because here's the thing, right? You know what? It just hit me. The world that we live in now, it's like one big ass episode of Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
No bullshit. like remember that movie Jim Carrey The Truman Show?
The Truman Show.
Yeah, it's like one big ass episode of Jerry Springer. Remember they had the he she's, the I'm sleeping with my daughter and what was some of the other
what was
shit?
that one movie? The Stupids?
I ain't hip.
But he was his own grandpa at the end.
I believe it.
How he was his own grandpa.
Hell, he might have been from Virginia and shit. Yeah. Also, yeah, I heard about this. Life Touch, the people who do the pictures for schools. So I you know what? So let me touch on this real quick. So I'm gonna read this comment and then I'm so Jamie says Life Touch CEO, the people that do the pictures for school pictures is on the list. Now I knew about that, right? Now here's the thing about this. I was already in tune about that situation years ago. When we were in school, that was the one day of school that actually, if you missed that day of school, you'd actually get in trouble. Now, watch this. This is the crazy part. You're not old enough to remember. You would have been a little snot nose. When the kids were coming up missing, they were on the back of the milk cartons, this, that, and the third, right? And the school picture, have you seen so and so? Have you seen so?
I remember those.
Hold on. So fast forward, right? Where do you think they get these age progressions from? Tied into the trafficking and all this. I've been knew about that shit. It's just now coming to the light in the public eye. But those, they like to call us conspiracy theorists or whatever. We call them critical thinkers, whatever. But those who know, man, look, we've been knew about that. But yeah, that's yeah. So all that school picture shit, it's just dead. That's just dead. Think about it. You send your kid to school. They take a picture of your kid. You wait 2-3 months for these pictures to come back. Where's all this? It don't take that damn long. You know what I'm saying? And then here's the thing.
That's true.
Here's the picture. Here's the copy of it, right? You already got it posted up on every possible background. I get to pick and choose from, right? Where's the negatives at? Think about that. Ain't nothing been. I don't know if the shit been destroyed. Obviously, it hasn't been. But then you wonder why these kids come up missing. It's 4.8 billion people in the world.
Well, not just that. You got to think when people sending this money in, you got to put your address on it.
Absolutely, that part too. But wait a minute.
I remember filling out the form and you had to put your name and address.
Yes.
Because at one point, if I'm not mistaken, our school was mailing our pictures to us.
Exactly. 4.8 billion people in the world. 4.8 billion people in the world. United States ain't but this goddamn big. Hamburgers are made out of what?
Not what you think. That's some clone meat.
Is it? Because McDonald's brags that they serve 40 billion people every day. But we don't. But where the cows at? Because we ain't got that many damn cows in America. But kids is coming up missing though. You know. What's the shit they say? Have you seen this missing child? 4.8 billion people, but you talking about you serve 4 billion a day.
He said, ain't that much beef in the world.
Ain't that many fucking cows in goddamn America. But then on top of that, right? I don't know if you old enough to remember the saying, but they used to say America eats its young.
I don't.
Well, shit. Look, I've been around for a while. Shit. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, I hate the term conspiracy theory or conspiracy theorist. It can't be a conspiracy when you can see the shit right there in front of your fucking face. You know what I'm saying? My thing is this: is we all got brains. You better learn to use them, motherfuckers. It's just that simple. Stop letting people think for you. You know what I'm saying? Especially this damn fucked up government. You know, United States. That shit's that's some bullshit. Can't never be united. You can't never be united and be divided at the same time. It don't make no sense. And if your government is divided, then the citizens don't stand a chance. You know? But yeah. Got any closing comments?
Nope. I'm good.
Boring. I'll just mess with it. Well, this concludes another episode.
Then we better not affect my PlayStation. That's all I know.
Oh, I dig it. Sure. 2K sounds real good right about now, man. What the hell is
the damn maker of 2K from damn list will be pissed.
Man, shoot. Hey.
Why the hell I gotta miss all the next 2K because he want to do some weird shit. Some bullshit.
Right. Look, and you find out that he is on there, right? Ronnie,
I would be pissed. I'll let him know. I'm saying that right here.
No,
I'm not gonna stop playing 2K. I'm not.
Look, we just gonna go back to NBA Live. That's all.
I'm still playing 2K.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for tuning in for another episode of Tell Like It Is, man. I'm disappointed, man. I'm just like, wow. Until next time, you guys. Catch you guys on the next one.
Peace.
You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
I thank the Lord for my many blessings. Don't stress and keep a vest for protection from the barrel of a Smith & Wesson. And all my niggas in the pen, here we go again. Ain't nothing separating us but my Mac 10. Born in the ghetto as a hustler.